I'm recording.
Joe's recording.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I'm
Hello.
October happened and now it's November.
We said that.
No, we recorded these in October. Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad.
Nothing.
happened.
That Halloween movie, great. Perfect movie.
Yeah, we said these jokes last time.
Everything's fine in everyone's life. That Hellraiser movie, so bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought?
I don't know. Nobody put weed in my child's edibles while they were going trick-or-treating, and they were very disappointed.
I hope there's no
There's just
weed
no
in my
ro-
edibles.
Yeah. They were very disappointed because there wasn't any in it. So it was just normal candy.
I come trick-or-treating for edibles, mommy.
Mom, I like edibles, but without the weed. It's just baking, son.
That's just brownies.
So last time we smoked with Rin.
Mm-hmm.
We smoked like 3 or 4 cigarettes in a row.
Yeah, cigarettes. Lame shit. Not even weed. Not even something fun.
No.
Just dumbass cigarettes.
They're pretty cool. They are pretty
They
cool.
do make you look cool. Steven put the picture of Joe looking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, only if Joe's okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
okay with it.
Put up the Joe picture.
I've been talking about how I've already like smoked like underage a long time ago. So
Yeah, I started smoking underage, so sadly,
Yeah.
I think that's how they get you, mostly.
Cheer.
Steven
Yeah,
started
yeah,
smoking
please.
after age.
After age.
if YouTube tells you to like take it down though, yeah, take it down.
No.
No, we'll just censor the cigarette.
Yeah, it's
We'll make it look
it's
like a
documentary.
weed cigarette.
Yeah, give me like red faded eyes. And
No, we'll put those really pixelated glasses on you with a
yeah.
pixelated joint.
And it says deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it, YouTube.
Yeah, and then put that image of Rousey smoking a fat fucking doobie. That's me.
Okay. Anyway, let's start this off then.
I have to say that line.
Yeah, you have to.
That would be bad. I wonder if this is it for me. I wanted to see how far I can go. Maybe this is it. The end.
You just have artist block. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. That's the word for when you can't paint, right? Artist blush. I've had that before. Never like this, though. I pick up a brush, then I want to put it down right away. And then I do. 3 days, it's like I've forgotten how to paint. I didn't think that was possible. Like, more impossible than Emmy growing wings and a tail. Well, I go through artist block sort of unintentionally, personally. I just sort of lose my drawing pen. Like, shit. Well, I'm gonna have to look for it eventually. So, I mean, I'll just put it off. And
That's hilarious.
I never draw anything for like months.
That's funny. You need a break. I mean, I get that you're trying to go deeper inside yourself for your paintings, but it's really not that healthy to stay inside your own head for so long. I glance at the sky visible through the window. A couple of stars are weakly twinkling above the sky. They remind me of something I used to do once upon a time. It feels so horribly long ago. Come on, let's go outside.
Where?
Just for a walk, I'll show you my secret place.
That's called my butthole.
I don't know.
That's my
if it
no-no
works.
zone, Rin. That's my no-no zone.
I don't know if it works in this town, but we can try. In any case, you need a break and probably something to eat. Come on. You need to get your thoughts away from this for a while. Come on.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to walk away
When they're troubled,
and then come back and you'll be better.
most people escape from their unhappy lives into a world of fantasy. I did that before and still do today, reading books endlessly. immersing myself in their world rather than my own. Rin's escape.
Wow, Harry Potter's so good on the 50th time reading it. It's so good.
Rin's escape should be the other way around, though, out of her inner world and into the real. Rin doesn't look happy about this, but I ignore her. At least she's somewhat cooperative, walking after me as we head down the stairs that's in the school for some reason, and then to the sidewalk. Night has fallen upon the town. It's a gentle summer night, smelling of flowers and hot asphalt. The sunlight is replaced by shining neon colors and bland yellow streetlights. The air is easy to breathe, as if the air pressure was noticeably lighter than usual. The feeling of daytime in the hot summer has lasted into the evening and night. I grab her in by her sleeve, like I've seen Emmy do, and to my surprise, she obediently follows. The pale streetlights fight against the all-enveloping darkness as we walk together, the guide and the guided, although neither knows the destination. But it doesn't matter.
So he lied about his secret spot.
This is the one moment where the usual silences that have become a ritual between me and Rin at least last perfect. We walk side by side, choosing directions on impulse or inspiration. Sometimes we find ourselves back at a street we'd already seen once or twice. Sometimes we find new streets. All of them look asleep. Rin doesn't ask where we're going. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she knows I don't have an answer. The silence of the night isn't scary. After all, the lights drive most of it away. The air grows cooler as the moon progresses along its journey in the cloudless sky. Few cars roam the streets at this hour, and even fewer people are on the sidewalk. The apparent lack of nocturnal life is somehow befitting of this place. There are around-the-clock shops and cafes, sure, but the atmosphere is like the town itself is slumbering. A town that sleeps 8 hours a day. The city I grew up in, bathed in electric glow of a million light bulbs, never slept. I have seen it for myself. It's not the first time I've done this.
That's so fucking emo, Sal. I never knew you did that.
It happened one of the first times I was home alone. Both my parents had business trips that neither could cancel, so they deemed me old enough to survive 2 days on my own. I masturbated a lot.
I was 5 years old.
Their misplaced trust in me did not go to waste as I proceeded to spend the entire night walking around the city. Even afterward, I couldn't say what made me stay downtown longer than I intended after school. I didn't feel like...
when did you... sorry, I keep interjecting. Sorry.
Oh my god.
When did you guys start, like, going downtown, playing hooky, going out of town and stuff?
What question are you asking?
I mean, because, like...
Once I hit high school, because my high school was in the city.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I
you mean, like, cutting class, high school. But if you mean, like, going downtown, elementary school.
And staying up late and staying out late.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
I had older friends.
Oh,
so.
Cool. For me, it was middle school.
Middle school is when it really hit hard for me. That's when it really happened. But I was in, like, 6th grade and hung out with, like, someone who was, like, 4 years older than me. So I just kind of got to do what they got to do, which was nice.
You're such a badass.
I know, I'm cool.
Yeah. I used to stay out until, like, with like a guy that was, like, 20 years older than me. So,
that's really scary. I
Show you around, Joey.
I need you to call the police.
Hey there, Joey. He's just an old guy who likes to give little Joe a few crackers and a candy bar.
Steven, this is grooming. I'm scared.
No, it's not grooming. It's like, hey there, Joey. What did you see out and about today? You know, he's...
I was like, oh man, I'm fucking sick. You're gonna take me to this just
unmarked van.
Yeah, the secret theater.
I didn't feel like going home, so I stayed through the evening and eventually through the entire night. I walked along concentric circles around a landmark chosen at random. For some reason, the nighttime city felt fascinating, so I walked its streets. At every intersection, it was possible to choose your direction at random because they all lead nowhere. The aimless wandering made me see things differently. I hope it'll do the same for Rin. We stopped to buy some hot coffee and snacks from a vending machine, then locate a bench where we sit down to eat. There is no time in the night of this town, so we spend an unknown amount of it just sitting there, observing the stillness of the usually vivid townscape. Still, it's getting very late, and soon it'll be getting very early.
So, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it?
Hearing Rin's voice surprises me. She doesn't sound bored, rather her tone is inquisitive, uncertain as to why I dragged her out here, yet curious to find out the answer. Yeah, have you ever been out all night? It's like a different world. The remark sends her thinking for a while, looking around as if she was looking for something. The wisps of light reflecting from the corners of her eyes are suddenly very sharp.
It's not a different world, it's the same, just asleep. What do you think the town is dreaming of? Maybe something like car sheep or building sheep? Why are dreams always about sheep?
I've never seen a sheep-related dream that I can remember.
Do different towns dream of different things?
Probably, how could they not? I answer half joking, half spurring her on. For the first time tonight, seems like a bit of Rin's life has returned to her. She doesn't continue her rhetorical questions though. Instead, she leans back a little and looks up at the moon traveling above the town. The cool breeze blowing between the buildings seems to steal the conversation away before it even really begins. It's too bad it looks like Rin would get out of her blue mood. I wish I could somehow know the right things to say, but I realize I can't do that the way I am now. I'm too far apart from Rin. I haven't really managed to crack her open. She's just too complicated. It's like she's open to everything, equally disinterested in everything. From the outset, in truth, she's locked tighter than anyone else I know, even myself. Sometimes she locks herself inside that inner world, shutting everything else out. At other times, her thoughts flow freely from her mind, but not organized in any fashion that would make them intelligible to the rest of the world. What comes out in the form of paintings, I can't interpret. To me, it's just a sea of colors and shapes, not a message. She's too far away. I now know it was a bad idea to try to reach for her in the way I did, but I can't help liking her. I look at the fingers of my right hand, trying to remember what Rin's lips felt like against them. Do you ever feel like you're trying to reach out for something that's impossible to reach? Rin turns to gaze at me, tilting her head quizzically. I wonder if she understands the meaning of my own rhetorical question or not. Either way, I like how I can manage to catch her attention just by speaking aloud nowadays.
All the time. At least, I think so. That's what painting feels like. A lot of the time, or all the time, I don't know. Sometimes I get the feeling that I can really paint what I want. Sometimes it feels like it's just another shadow of me, like a mirror. It doesn't work right.
Like talking?
Maybe. When I was little, I didn't really have friends. Maybe it's the same now. The only things I liked were pens and paints. They were the only things that understood me. Now it feels like that's going away too. And change is really a scary thing.
Was she born without her arms? I want to know what happened.
I think she was born without her arms.
Yeah, I'm just curious because it's like we know what happened with Emmy and Hanako, and those were accidents. So I'm just curious. I want to know. I want to know.
Wish I could understand you. She looks at me melancholically, roused by my thoughts, materializing as words spoken aloud.
Me too.
Whether she meant she wished for me to understand her to understand me, or her to understand herself, I never asked, nor do I find out.
That's what happens when you don't ask.
I see her eyes searching for mine, serious and cryptic as they are. I'm not getting any explanation from there.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I will.
But I said not to.
Small hints of a smile are wavering on her lips. When she's like this, it makes me feel like that there's maybe hope for us.
Oh, it's too many maybes, is how.
I guess we get we get along so well for being so different. It's just that we never really get along precisely because we are so different. Maybe it was Rin's passionate approach to her own art exhibition, or maybe my own careless words, but last week was different from usual. The small friction between us seems to be somewhat volatile, but at least we now seem to be back to normal.
I just think Hasao has anxiety.
Relatively.
You know?
He overthinks a lot.
Like,
Yeah.
he just that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I think he just overthinks. Like, one snip between friends is usually gonna be fine. Whoa, what happened?
Right.
Oh, that was weird. My TV flashed. But yeah, like, he's just like, oh, I said one, like, maybe not super kind thing, and maybe said it, like, not how I should have said it, and now there's a rift between us. It's not like you were, like, making fun of her or being an actual asshole. Like, you weren't being great, but it just is silly. He overthinks way too much.
Man.
Yeah. I feel like everybody just kind of fucked communicating. It was the same with like Emmy, Rin, sort of Hanako.
Oh yeah, Hanako doesn't know what the fuck to do. She barely talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them know what to do.
Kenji.
Yeah, exactly.
Poor
I'm
kids.
sure every single one, even dumbass Kenji, I'm sure like all just hurt people who are misunderstood and don't know how to talk and don't know how to be around other people, but desperately want friends. It's probably all that it adds up to, because that's
These poor kids.
being a teenager. Sadly,
They should all be friends and have an orgy.
they should they should just be friends.
And have an orgy.
No, they should just
With
everyone like.
benefits. Yeah, with
Just be
benefits.
friends. Kenji would learn a lot if he started being friends with all these women, and it would be good for them and him. Mostly for him, but it would be good.
We stand up from the bench.
They
and
would
pick-
learn a lot about the photos conspiracy. Everybody's gaining something.
It's true. We stand up from the bench and pick yet another direction to the wee hours of night. The wee hours of
Oh,
night.
you did it! Ha ha!
Shut up. Shut up. The wee hours of night slowly pass by as we measure the streets of the town one step at a time. We are finally at not minding the rare lone passerby, the eerie darkness, each other, ourselves. Rin's step seems lighter, like the heavy air around her is letting go a little. It makes me feel happy. We don't talk save for the single remarks that are spoken into the night of the town and never answered. The details jump into the eye instead of being the usual blur they are during the day. As the sky above the town changes from deep dark blue to gray, I know that our night is soon ending. It's almost morning. Rin looks up too and nods at me. It's true, the coming light of morning is creeping through the sky, climbing higher by the minute. It feels surreal. The sun won't come up for a while, but I get the feeling that the end of this night really is here now. Should we head back? Rin nods again, twice, her hair waving in the breeze that seemed to be heralding the coming dawn. Abruptly, she takes off, taking the lead in this walkabout on which I'd brought her. It seems like she really is in a better mood. This too makes me feel happy. Rin's navigational skills are probably not much better than mine, but we eventually find ourselves in front of Say's place. I don't know if this if this was helpful.
Stop. Start over.
Maybe this was a silly idea and didn't really help you at all. She just nods. So, do you know how you're going to destroy yourself now? With this gun.
R.I.P. that pussy, yay.
Oh, dang, Rin.
I have some ideas. I don't want to see you for a while. Don't come and see me. Do something else.
Her ultimatum catches me completely off guard.
It's not an ultimatum.
What the
Do
fuck?
they know what an ultimatum is? Like, come on. That's not what an ultimatum is at all. That's saying you have to pick this or me. She didn't say that. She said, go do something else. Don't come see me. That's just telling someone what to do.
No.
What the hell was that about? You said before that you don't mind.
I'm mine now. It's just for a while. I have to do this alone. See, that's what you get it though, right? She likes you.
I don't like
Except
it.
she's just destroying. I don't know, for her art, she's like
Pushing people
putting
away.
herself through that. Yeah.
She needs to feel something negative so she can get art out or something. She needs to be in pain of
Yeah.
some sort. Rin,
Yeah,
no! No!
Why?
I don't want it to go like this.
Why, pussy?
I just don't want to feel this distance between you and me. She tilts her head like a bird, her eyes narrowing a little as she thinks.
Then you can touch me.
What?
What?
You can touch me if you want. You'd feel better, right?
What?
I don't know.
Try.
Where do you want me to touch you?
No boobs or left ear. Other than that, you can decide.
Pussy. Fine.
Goes for the
Feet.
Yeah.
I raise my hand hesitantly, even though I don't know why I'm actually doing this. Rara's telling me that she's not going to explain. 1,000 thoughts
Okay.
race through my
Sorry,
head.
I'm getting a call.
Okay.
Take that.
1,000 thoughts race through my head as I slowly bring my hand closer to Rain's face and press 3 fingers against her pale cheek.
I stick 3 fingers in the pussy.
No boobs or left ear, but he could have went for the butt.
He could have gone for the butt.
Rain feels soft and cold. She closes her eyes on contact and visibly relaxes.
Bite her right ear like Tyson.
I can feel her soft breathing, her muscles releasing tension as my fingertips caress her cheek. She doesn't rest her head against my palm or anything else you'd expect a girl to do in this sort of situation. In fact, she doesn't react at all, save for those now shut eyes.
She's not like every other girl.
Once I withdraw my hand, she opens them again. Might just be an illusion created by the timid morning sunlight playing with my eyes, but Rin looks like she's holding back a smile. This is the problem with our relationship. She's happy. Half the time I have no idea what's going on, and the other half I just fail to understand why things are going on like they are. As usual, I'm not going to get an explanation. Rin merely takes a step towards the door.
See you later. See you later.
Then she
Yeah.
disappears from my reach from undefined period of time. No.
I cry, then I shit, and I cry, and I come, and I cry.
I hold true to the promise of honoring Rin's request, even if it's against my own will. try to redirect my focus into my studies, but I end up zoning out during classes and doing
Oh, you made me yawn, you bastard.
Still, I started looking into my post-high school options a bit more seriously. I pore over university brochures and various career paths. I'm good at studying, so I want to go to a university. I'm pretty sure I could get into a pretty decent one too. The only problem is deciding which subject could be the best. Kenji ridicules me about subjecting myself to the control of feminist teachers when I tell him about trying to get into university.
The liberal colleges.
I don't ask him about what he wants to do in the future. I wonder what Rin thinks of her own future. I bet she's not as lost as I am, and if she is, she's probably in some complete life. Feel somewhat disappointed in finding out that I can't stop thinking about her. Her request makes me worry about her, then I think about her and more than I did when I could go and see her when I wanted. It bothers me that I can't. As expected, I eventually crack.
Sow!
Late one afternoon, I get on the bus heading downtown. I try to avoid.
It's been 2 days.
Yeah, it's been half a day. Teacher, I have to use the bathroom.
Runs out of class, goes Caesar.
I keep thinking about things for the entire duration of the trip. After a 5-minute walk, I'm standing in front of the gallery. I walk past it to the door of the atelier, but at the last moment I lose my courage and continue on all the way to the next corner, at which point I turn back.
As you should, because she asked you not to come.
Will Rin hate me if I go and see her?
I'm gonna come.
Don't come. I'm gonna come.
Don't come.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's like when she's angry. I've never seen her angry.
So I kind of want to go see her angry.
The worst thing would be if I actually ruined something by going to see her, like she seemed to imply that would happen. But there's no way that could be true, can there? It's just one of her quirks. I walk back down the street and end up passing the atelier door for the second time. Only this time, as I continue all the way to the gallery, its owner is standing just outside the door watching me.
I thought that was you. What are you doing?
I really don't want to explain the circumstances between Rin and me, so I get flustered and end up mumbling something unclear. I need to go see Rin. She takes stock of me and then sighs deeply, looking wryly amused somehow. I hope she didn't misunderstand.
Would you like to come in? Your teacher's visiting. We were discussing Ren's exhibition.
Thanks for the invitation, but I really should.
Exhibition.
Is it exhibit? Why can't I read? Have I gone dumb?
No, you read it right.
Don't be shy now. Come on in.
These cars are loud. Ooh.
You just love the sound of cars on the wet floor.
I love the sound of cars like at without like, and they like fucking have the worst fucking muffler, and then
You
like,
love that?
They're so fucking cool. Yeah, I think it's so fucking cool. I love when they drive like their nice suburban neighborhood at 3
Boys.
a.m.
Now you know
Yeah,
how to
that's the
impress
best shit.
Joe.
Yeah,
Everyone go impress Joe with your broken mufflers.
Yeah.
yeah.
I follow Say inside, finding that our art teacher is indeed there. Nomi is standing at the big desk, contemplating what looks like an invitation card.
Look what the cat dragged in.
No. Naka, hello there, my boy.
He doesn't seem to be at all fazed by my appearance.
My boy.
How do you like the invitations?
I glance at them quickly. They're kind of fancy, with one of Rin's paintings printed on the cover in shiny gold writing.
Looks like a man scared of his mushroom hat.
Second corner.
Second corner.
They look fine.
They're magnificent. I absolutely love the design and the embossed gold letter fabulous. A good print work too. You have to tell me where you get these done.
No!
What does Rin think?
I haven't asked. She said she would be fine with my decision anyway.
Nomia laughs boisterously, still turning the gold letter card in his hands.
That's Miguel. Yeah, she wants to focus on the essentials only. Good for her. Good for her.
Her work is progressing well too. It seems she's found a new inspiration.
I think she's been sort of weird lately. It's like she's wrestling with something with herself probably, and it makes her confused.
Stop talking, Sao.
She said she had a hard time painting, so she asked me to touch her face the last time I saw her.
It seems to be resolved now, however.
You know, she practically lives up there now, right? Say, your cigarettes helped a lot.
Yeah. Thank you for all your... never mind.
Say, makes a simple gesture with her hand as if sweeping my question aside.
Shut!
Don't you think that's weird?
No! Maybe it is. Still, I think she understands how big an opportunity this is and is going for it. Full throttle. Charlie's Angels too.
Is it really that big?
That's what she said.
Nomia sets the car down and brushes some imaginary
Sao, you're
dust
being
off his
an
jacket.
incredibly selfish prick right now. Shut up.
Well, how should I put it? There are times in everyone's lives where something really big washes over you and changes you forever, and then you bottle it all up inside, and you never tell anyone about it. This could be just that moment for Tezuka. Sorry, that is my mother. I have to go help with the groceries.
Okay.
I think this is a good place to
Yeah, it's
end.
probably,
because,
this is probably good. Makes a full episode, I think.
Probably, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, if not, it's a short episode and everyone can suck my dick. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, suck the dicks.
Bye.
Man, I hope people...
Did you hear that?
Rigby?
Yeah.